Guys, today is 2 days after me speaking at Eric Thomas's Rebuild conference. And let me tell you, it was so inspirational, motivational for me. Like, I was a speaker, and I understand like the audience was probably motivated by my story and my advice. But after I got off, the Zoom conference, I was motivated myself. My videographer Austin was motivated. My brother was motivated. It was like, it was just such a great experience. And, Eric Thomas came in my life, a few weeks ago. And I don't know how I got so blessed to get him in my life. God just literally placed him in my life. I've been watching him for 10 years. And, it's really crazy because he's so sacred. Like, he sticks to himself, his family, his team, and then he just walks in my life like, hey, you're part of the team now, let's rock. And it's like he's actually personally mentoring me one-on-one, text messages, every morning. He calls me and it's like, wow, like he's making sure I'm good. All these business ideas I have, he's just helping me stay on track. And I'm business oriented, but I'm also, God oriented, I'm married oriented, you know what I mean? Like, he's keeping me on the right track, and I need somebody like him in my life. And I appreciate him even allowing me to release this, because I did this a few days ago, and it's a part of his, Rebuild conference that's still going on. And I'm really just stripping my part and putting it on my YouTube channel. And the fact that he's so gracious to allow me to do that is, I don't know, just speaks volume on the type of guy he is. So watch this video. We talked for a good 25 minutes. He asked me some questions about my life, finance, and I'm pretty sure if you watch it, you guys will get great insight on how rich people, look at money in this world, and how your past circumstances don't really determine who you're gonna be in the future. So, E.T., I appreciate you, man. I love you, and thanks again for having me on. It's really a blessing. And guys, enjoy.
Where's my man Chris?
What's on here, Chris? Where you at?
I'm right here. I was waiting on y'all to give me the word. I'm in the building, man.
Swaggy!
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Let me just say this to you, man. I did a interview with Victor Oladipo, and I'm hoping that we're gonna get a chance to show it. But I was so geeked, man, because he like Generation Z. Like y'all ain't really millennials, you know what I'm saying? Generation Z. And I was geeked because I was like, yo, I want these young folk to put some fire under these old folks' butts.
You feel me, man?
I'm like, yo, all these old people be talking about the young generation that, they need more time, they went behind. I'm like, yo, I know somebody here that's killing y'all.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
And so I kind of want to bring y'all on, man. I like the youngsters because I like to shame people a little bit. And I like to show people you living under your potential. You feel me? Like you living under your potential. Mm-hmm. It's way more you could do. So let's talk first, because when you go there, I don't want people to think, oh man, he was born with 30 million. You feel me? Let's talk about your early beginnings and money. What kind of money did you come from?
So it's funny that you say that, because my early childhood was very terrible. My parents divorced at 3, and I was with my dad and my little brother from ages 3 to about 14. And in that time frame, I went to 17 different schools from 1st grade to 8th grade. Like, I transferred every year because my dad couldn't keep a stable job because he had kidney failure, dialysis. So money was literally non-essential. Me and my brother at 12 years old had to be on the corner, trying to sell my dad's watch for $10 just to eat rice at night. Like, that type of poor. Like, we were, and it's crazy because I've never even told anybody this, but I'm about to tell you guys the world now. Like, we were homeless twice. Like, 2 times we were homeless. And it's not like at a young age. We were homeless when my 8th grade year. So I was vividly near my friends, not having a place to go to at night. You know what I mean? So it was like, I just told myself there's gonna be one day where I'm never gonna go through this again. My dad went into a coma, had to be the man of the house at a young age. So I really never ever came from money, ever.
Wow, that's deep.
It's tough.
That's deep. Let's talk about the first time when you were like, I'm gonna go get this bread. Regardless of how I started, what's going on, I'm not a victim no more. I'm going from victim to victim, from victim to victor. Let's talk about that first time. How old were you? What happened?
I probably was 14 years old when I first came across that for the first time, where I was like, you know what? Like, I don't care what happens, how much money I have now. And I have a tweet. It is so funny that you said that, because I have a tweet with me at 14 on Twitter. I said, mark my words, 10 years from now, I'm going to be the richest person to ever graduate from this high school. I don't care. And I can literally pull the tweet out. I have it on my phone to this day. And I said, I don't care what happens. I don't care where I'm at right now. I'm going to figure something out. Just give me 10 years. And that was 11 years ago. And obviously it came to fruition right now. But I literally told myself, I'm not a victim no more. Like, I don't care if my family isn't calling me, or, you know, they're not visiting me or sending my dad $20 when he's asking for it. Cool. It's done. Like, now it's time to grind right now.
So let me ask you this. My bad with this phone.
Oh, you go.
Let me ask you this real quick. What changed, bro? What changed? You know, what do you feel like changed?
So for me, I honestly looked for, like, you know, just different opportunities. I wasn't afraid to take risks all through high school. What really, really, really changed and catapulted my career was, you know, from like the thousands to like actual millions, was probably last year. I was on a reality TV show, and I just hated being on the show, but I felt like I had to do it for money. Like, I was doing certain things for money, and then the show was just dragging me down. It was so negative, and it got to a point where I was hanging about 50 feet in the air, holding on to like a rocket ship to win the competition, but I couldn't swim. So I had to drop into water. Normally I can't swim, and having like somebody save me out of there. I told myself, yo, I don't care what I gotta do. I'm gonna go home and make my trading and my investing work. And I took the 14K stipend check that they gave me and flipped it to 3 million or 2 million, 2.2 million, something like that, in about 8 months. Like, I was fed up. I was fed up. So.
Well, how do we get there though if we ain't on the rocket ship? You know what I'm saying? We ain't holding on the rocket ship and going out. Because I know it's not the rocket ship.
It's not. It wasn't that.
I know it's not the war.
It wasn't that.
What was it mentally that happened that you could tell other people?
For me, it was like, I felt like I had to have a reason why I was doing something. Because if you want to do anything for the money, you're never going to get it. You had to be passionate about something. And I was going so long trying to figure out what I was passionate about. Okay, basketball. All right, I'm not going to the NBA, but I'm playing Division I basketball. That is counterintuitive. Doesn't make sense. All right, adjust. Like, I was just always adjusting to certain things. And for me, like I said, it all started with, I don't care how big I was. I don't care how, it was my mindset. Like, the minute I told myself, yo, I don't care what happens, I'm gonna make sure this works. And it gets to a point when I say mindset where it's like, it's not just clocking in your hours. It's like the extra hours when everybody's asleep and you're putting in extra work. And it doesn't show on the paper, like the stat sheet, you know, like when people set screens in basketball, it doesn't show up on the stat sheet in the first week, but 2 years later, you know, I have a quote right next to me. It says, let them sleep while you grind, let them party while you work. The difference will show in a few years. And that, consistency was what it was for me.
Okay, let me say this, because somebody just said from 3K to 2 million, that's what he said. You heard exactly what he said, all right? He didn't stutter. Let's stop for a minute, because I went too fast.
For sure.
How old are you?
I am 25, I just turned 25 years old. Oh my God, here you go, here you go.
Okay, now watch this, y'all. He didn't say he's 25. He said he just turned 25, okay? From 3K, right, to 2 million. I want to help y'all because I'm trying to show you it can happen, right? Now watch this. Somebody might be like, yo, E, your first few years you didn't make any money. E, you didn't make 2 million. What happened? That's exactly what he just said. I wasn't trying to make money. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wasn't making it. Because I didn't focus on it. But to his point, as soon as I went, yo, it's showtime. Like, yo, helping people is cool. About to be able to, that's not going to put me in a position financially where I need to be. So now I got to start, not that I don't have to think about people anymore.
Correct.
But now I can add to that money. All right, so you're 25, you got this 3K, you like, all right, while they sleep, I'm grinding. You feel me? What are you grinding? Like, what is it that you're doing specifically from 8 to 9 or whatever time you was getting up and going to bed? First of all, tell us that time. Because I don't want everybody to think you got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
what physically time were you getting up?
Yeah, well, me personally, I honestly was staying up all night and like sleeping from 8 a.m. to like noon or 8 to 1, and then just being up from 2 to like all night. I was just doing that because it just, for me, it made more sense. Everybody was up in the evening, so I could post post on Instagram for like, collaborations, post on YouTube. I'm monetized on YouTube. But then I'm an investor in the stock market. I'm a day trader in the currency market. I'm a venture capitalist. So with all those things, a lot of those markets tend to move and be really volatile overnight or early mornings. So I personally had to be up early in the morning, but you don't have to be up that early. You just gotta, like, just like you said, I think maybe 5 minutes ago, you'd be surprised when you say it's showtime in your mind and you mentally unlock it, you would be surprised where you'll be with a few months of just focus and dedication. You'd be very surprised. So what I was doing all day was, I would, like, my quick schedule back then was, all right, I'm up, my wife goes to sleep at like 11, spend some time with her because that's important. Minute she goes to sleep, showtime. From 11 to 2, I was day trading. From 2 to 3, I had like a printing press. I was printing t-shirts to sell. From 3 to 4, I was making a YouTube video. 4 to 5, I was editing the video. 5 to 6, I was doing the description. I posted it online before everybody even woke up. 7 to 8, back to day trading. And then by the time I got to 8 o'clock, wife was awake. I made X amount of dollars. Let me sleep for 5 hours. I'll be up by 1. Boom. So it was just different things, different incomes I was trying to do. And eventually, all those incomes just went up all simultaneously at one time because I kept doing it over time. It just skyrocketed. So it wasn't like, yeah, overnight I turned 3K to 2K. No, I was studying the market for a few years and I was making good money, 5K a month, 4K a month, 6. It was good money, but it wasn't money where I could spend whatever I want and not look at my debit card or still, like, you know what I mean? I still had to budget down to every penny. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I need more security from my wife. I'm tired of her, you know, being like trying to figure out things she wants, but it's a little pricey. And pricey to her was like $800. Now that's like, get whatever you want, but $800 shouldn't make or break us. You know what I mean?
Get two.
Yeah, get two. You know what I mean? It shouldn't make or break us. You know what I mean? So I unlocked that. I was like, nah, I gotta provide for my wife. I gotta make, like, my main goal was like, just like you said, my wife took a chance on me, just like you said with yours, where it's like, when a lot of people wrote me off, you know, reality TV, they said I was crazy. You couldn't market this kid. He's straight from the hood. She comes from the suburbs, so she fell in love with the personality and how I treated her, and everybody told her to leave. You know, it was crazy because it's like some people in her family didn't really believe in me as well, and 2 years later, I'm here, and now it's like everybody's slowly trying to come back, and Bailey's just like, nah. I saw him, you know, when he was down, and I helped him rise up. This is mine, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just crazy.
And now he got the white leather chair.
Yeah.
I'm still in the same ballpark. I knew to get the white chair.
Yeah, had to.
Talk to me. What did you learn during that grind? What are some of the things that poor people who are in poverty or the working class who are putting in all those hours but they're not making the money? What did you learn? What was the patterns that you saw to go, oh, I don't need to just be working hard no more. I need to turn these hours into being able to buy Bailey 2 bags? Yeah,
so working for me, I realized, man, in high school, you had to work hard. And then when I got past high school, it was like, oh, everybody work. People in 9 to 5s work hard. People unfortunately, like, who are lower than us and financially, they work hard every single day. It doesn't show for it. Teachers teach the world. Doesn't show for it. You have to work smart and diligently on your craft and really be passionate about it. You know what I mean? So, like, people who are in poverty and trying to go from poverty to, you know, wealthy or even rich in general, it's like several things. You got to be passionate about it, but you also have to have patience. And I understand how hard it is and counterproductive it is to tell somebody who is poor, hey, don't focus on the money, be patient and love the system. And it's like, nah, I need $100 right now, you know what I mean? And it's like, the streets is calling, or I can get a 9 to 5. So it's like, I know it's very, very, very tough, but I'm telling everybody out there, figure out what you would want to do. I'm an investor. I like investing. Like I said, you don't got to be rich to be an investor. I was dead broke. Like, I mean, $2 in my bank account as I was 19 years old in college, broke. And I started trading for the first time. I just started studying. I was babysitting, so I started saving up money from babysitting, and then I put that into the stock market. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta find different ways to make things happen. Just like you said, you're not a victim. Like, I think you said this quote, people say this quote all the time. If you come in this world poor, not your fault, you die poor, that is your fault. You know what I mean? You got the chance to turn it around, you know? So.
Yeah, that's good, man, that's so good. So what is it that we need to learn to go from poverty, you know, to wealth? Like, you have been trading, but as you spent all these hours in this trading, help us out. What is it that we should be looking for, or how should we be looking at something from a wealth standpoint versus a poverty standpoint?
Yeah, so the biggest thing I would say, I tell everybody this all the time, you have to understand how money works. I don't care how broke you are, how much money you are. There's reality stars who will win a reality show and you get 500 grand. I know them personally, and the next year they're broke because they don't know how money works. They think, all right, I got 500 grand. Nope, it's tax. You got family. You're gonna spend it on a big car when you know what I mean? A 6-figure car when you only have about 100 grand left. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know how money works, you're really out of luck. Don't care how much money you're making, you're out of luck. So for me, I literally studied money. I didn't study the market just yet or anybody just yet. I literally woke up every morning, and then you got to get motivated. You know how you said, like, people wake up in the D listening to you? Like, I was waking up. All right, cool, let me get motivated. If my situation isn't motivating me enough and I feel a little bit lazy, I'll throw on ET, make sure I'm motivated, cool, boom. Once I get that energy, let me study money and how it works. Let me either read some books or watch the wealthiest people. Like you said, you was in a room with Dan Gilbert and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, Warren Buffett and all them. It's like when you're, obviously they won't be in the room, but if you read a book or just watch interviews on how they're talking and articulating themselves, over time, like I said, it really adds up. You start understanding how money works. You start to value the dollar more, and then it doesn't matter how much money you make. You can make, let's say, $2,000 a month. You will know how to basically budget that $2,000 so that extra money you have can fund that business you want or that passion that you have, and then over time you keep doing that like I said, like it won't happen overnight. But once you learn the language of money, you take that little extra money that you have, start funding what you want. You are good. Everything goes from there. And that's what I would tell people, where it's like, focus on financial literacy.
What happened? When did you know? So let's talk. Because I feel like you made the 2 mil before you made the 2 million.
Yeah.
What happened when you was like, I got it? What was that aha? Like, I got it. I see exactly what's going down. So that the people can kind of know, like I said, what was the thing? Like, yep, got it. Now it's fine. You can take everything from me and I can rebuild. What was that thing for you?
I think for me, this may go underrated. It may be a lot of people may not agree or understand it. It was confidence. Like, it was my ability to really be confident. I was like, yo, I've studied this for 2-3 years. Why am I still hesitating or still wondering how it works or if I'm even good at it? I've studied this for 3 years. I can accurately call the market out or do X, Y, and Z, or if somebody brings a topic up, I can talk about it all day. But when it goes to the actual market, I'm hesitating. No, you're confident. Live, die by it. Be robotic. Whether you win or lose, just be robotic. You're executing a job. You're a master at your craft. Act like it. And once I acted like it, like I said, it sounds like you need to understand more and read more. No, it's literally a switch in your brain. Confidence. I told everybody at my high school, like, not to shade y'all, but like, y'all are not gonna outwork me. Like, from now to, I may be the class clown at 14 years old. 10 years from now, you guys are gonna be asking for a job from me. Like, I'm telling you, I'm going to be here one day, and I'm not gonna be like y'all. No, I would welcome you all, but I just have this confidence, and it may come off as arrogant, but I'm really confident in my ability, where it's like, you strip all the money from my bank account right now, give me a few months, it'll be right back in there. And it comes from when you put so many hours into a skill. You know what I mean?
Swaggy, what's killing me is that's what happened to me. I thought you was gonna say something else. I got on the stage and was like, you belong with these white guys. You belong in this room. What are you doing? They wouldn't have hired you if you weren't as the sweetest.
Yeah.
They could have just hired somebody from their community. So if they brought you in, I promise you it's the same thing. Okay, so talk to me now. When you operate in confidence, what is the difference? What is the difference in the mood? Because somebody's still gonna be like, well, I don't know, to be confident, not to be confident. What does it look like on the other side of confidence that it didn't look like when you were hesitant?
Like when you're fully confident?
Yeah, when you're fully confident, what's the difference? What does it look like?
You start looking at things differently. Like, I feel like I belong here. I deserve this. Like, I'm not about to be like if I buy a nice item or buy my wife something nice, or I'm looking at this, I don't deserve it. I come from poor. No, like, God would not have put you in this position if you are not meant to be here. Like, you didn't stumble here accidentally. God put me in these situations, so I had to understand how money worked. I had to be broke for so long. God, understood that. Aha moment. Now when I get money, I know what it's like to not have money. So when you're confident, it's not about being arrogant, X, Y, Z. You just know you can do the job. Like, you know what I mean? I may not be able to code a software, and I'm not going to spend my next 10 years learning how to code if I don't, want to. I'm going to focus on my strengths. And with my strengths, I'm confident in every single one of my strengths. You can't tell me otherwise. And if I lose, great. I look at every losing experience as like a legit lesson or experience, because all my losses brought me to here. So I don't when you lose, that doesn't take away your confidence. LeBron loses in the finals, he's not unconfident. He says it all the time. I left it all on the floor. We'll see what happens next year. Boom, next year in the finals again, he wins, loses. It's the same cycle. Once you're confident in your ability, nothing matters. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna execute it, and we'll see what happens on the other side.
So what did your life look like on the other side of confidence? Who were like the quality of people, the situations? You know, some people would just be thinking like, oh, you got a car, oh, you got a bag, oh, you got a change in your physical life, like the physical realm. What are some of the things that changed for you when you start walking in that confidence?
God started putting random things in my life. So like, it's not, like I said, it's not just the money or the extra money. It's different opportunities. He blessed me with, you know, a random videographer who I have zero idea who he is, where he came from, because I'm friend of a friend of his, you know what I mean? And the friend of mine brought him to my crib one day, and you know what I mean? I was like, all right, you can bring him over. And then a year later, he's like my closest friend, like we're building this whole thing together. You just don't, you know what I mean? The confidence. And then it's like, I'm on a conference, a rebuild conference with Eric Thomas and his team. Like, that wasn't gonna happen last year. It happened because I was so confident in my ability, posting on my story. Somebody who worked with you saw it, connected it. Like, it's like when you operate in confidence, I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how God just opens the door. Like, it's not that like, all right, all of a sudden okay, I'm gonna say I'm confident and tomorrow things happen. No, when you really feel like you're confident and you're doing everything to the best of your ability, God will put people in your life. You go to the dog park and you meet somebody who should have been there at that exact moment for you and who can help, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like it's different. I've watched you for 11 years and now it's like I'm on a conference with ET speaking. And it's like, that's nothing to do with nothing else but God. Like, once I got confident, boom, things started happening and it's all from him.
Yeah, so, and you guys got to know it. So Chris and I had an opportunity. I was like, oh, Swag, you want to do it record? You want to do it live? And so when he was like, yo, it don't make me no difference. I was like, but it's got to be live. They got to feel this energy.
Yeah. It's got to be live, man.
They got to be live.
Come on, man.
All right, I won't hold you long. Let me get two more things, right? This is important. All right, there are a lot of people who are afraid of success, right? They're scared of it. They're actually still in poverty, not because they're not talented. They're actually still in poverty because they're scared to come on this side. They think this is the dark side when really poverty is the dark side. Mm-hmm. They own the dark side right now.
Yeah.
They're broke.
Yeah.
Or living from check to check. Or not being able to do everything that they know they can do. Talk to us about man, just like you said it earlier, but like, how do you get out of that scariness of it? Because I'm imagining you're confident now, but there was the period of not confident and going over. So you talk
Correct.
What's that? Yeah.
So that in-between mark is a very scary mark for most people, and I understand it completely. For me, several things happened. It was about 3 things. The first thing was I realized, what do I have to lose? If it does not work out, I'm in the same position that I'm in right now. I'm very broke. I got $2 in my account. If I do this, people may laugh at me or look at me different. Okay, that's no different than what I am now. Like, what could I have to lose? Second thing was, all right, let me start looking at, and I said this maybe 10 minutes ago, other people who are successful now who had that same idea and cross those same crossroads. And you look at all the wealthiest people and they say, listen, my parents didn't believe in me, or X, Y, and Z, or they threw me out, or because I'm trying to chase a dream, or I was scared to take the leap, and then all of a sudden I took the leap. Like Steve Harvey says all the time, you take the leap, like, you know what I mean? Like, you may have some bumps and hit the road a little bit, but when you take the leap, everything's on the other side. People think, okay, if they just stay in this little comfort zone and this complacency, all the gifts are gonna happen. That's not how God works. God didn't gift me with 2-3 million until I burned my bridges with, reality TV. It's like the famous revolutionist Hernan Cortez. We've all heard the story where it's like he went to war with his troops and he burned his ships. And my man's just like, what you doing? He's like, either we gonna die in this war or we gonna kill them and take their ships and be out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So eventually you gotta be like, all right, boom, done. I'm gonna take this leap. And for me, it was like, all right, I'm in the hood. I watched my mom, and this is what really messed me up. I watched my mom cry because she was looking at bills. Her door was kind of half open, half closed. She was looking at a $300 bill and she couldn't afford it. And then she had to work, and this is what really turned me around. She had to work October through December every single day because of overtime, to make more money. And I told her one time, this will be the last time you work this, just this time frame, this job. And she told me that's fine, but she told me the same thing last year. And that's what made the switch. All right, you have nothing else to lose. Let's get it done. Let's go into it, because what do you have to lose at this point? I may have lost ET, but I'm gonna keep talking until he comes back.
You didn't lose me.
Oh, you right here. Perfect.
How did that feel when Mom said that? How did that feel?
It broke my heart because I told her, listen, I'm gonna make sure you're good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure you are good. And this is the last time you're gonna work every single day in Connecticut at the time, walking in snow a mile to get the bus stop because you don't want to take an Uber because it's $7 more. I'm like, Mom, this is the last stretch you're gonna do this. That's fine. She called me Scooby. So she's called me Scooby. That's fine, Scooby, but you said the same thing last year. I said, wow, all right, take the risk. What else you had to lose? And then boom, never again, done. She's fine. I'm moving her to LA in about 2 weeks. She's good. Don't gotta worry about a single thing again. So it's like, once you're backed into a corner, like, just take the leap. You have nothing else to lose, literally. People are counting on you.
Yeah. Charles, I need a huge favor, Charles. I don't know if you could play a video, Charles, for us. Are you able to play a video on this feed? Good. So we're gonna get y'all out of here. I'm gonna do y'all a huge favor. Swaggy, give us the video. Give us the video that you like. If they're gonna watch one of my videos, this is the one they should watch on YouTube. Charles, go look this one up. I want you to play a couple minutes of it, and then we're gonna look at the film, and Swaggy's gonna break us down how he does what he does. I want y'all to see it live and direct. All right, I want y'all to see it live and direct. So which one? Because I don't know if you can go and share on your screen. I know Charles can for sure.
So are you talking about one of my videos?
Yeah, your videos.
Honestly, if he goes to my channel and click the first one, my man Austin has done a great job having like an intro, like I want to say a 60-second, 80-second intro that kind of summarizes my entire life in 80 seconds really quick.
Let's go.
And
Let's go.
yeah, so Charles, if you go to my actual channel, the Swag Academy, you can click Taking Profit in your, literally the first one. I think the latest one.
What's the name? Give him the name.
Okay. So type Secure the Swag episode 1. Secure the Swag. Secure the Swag episode 1.
Y'all listen to the language of the confidence.
Secure the Swag. Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
Secure the Swag.
Let's talk about it.
Come on.
Yeah, Charles, type. Secure the Swag episode 1. We got a bag out there with our name on it. It's time to chase it. So type episode 1. It should come up. This would be like starting a Forex TV show. Click that and just watch the first 70-second intro, and it'll pop up.
Whatever you want us to get from that, just walk us through it.
For sure.
Talk to me, Charles.
I see episode 3. I'm getting there. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me one. Give me episode 1. He said all of them fire. We start with number 1. Doggone it. I want y'all to catch this. We're gonna walk away with at least 2 or 3 of his last principles of how he has actually secured the bag. Okay, so I'm doing good work. I got a lot of followers. I got potential. No. Listen to the language of the wealthy. Secure. Listen to the secure. Okay, the bag.
Wait.
Right, the swag.
Yeah,
right, you got it?
No, I don't think he got it. My intro should come up. Charles, it should come up. I can play it myself if you want, but it literally can be.
You can share your screen.
Okay, let me share my screen really quick.
Okay, you can share it. Okay, cool.
Let me pull up really quick.
Well, I don't know how you can share it because it looks like he's using a different computer than what he's talking on.
Yeah, I have like 3 different monitors, but I have it right here. Give me 5 seconds to secure the. There we go.
While he's doing that, secure the what for you? Secure the health,
Everything.
Secure the mindset, secure the motivate, whatever your company is. I want you to write that down right now. Secure it.
Okay, cool. Skip ads. Boom, pause. All right, so okay, so the first it's a minute and 20 seconds. So I have it right here. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Desktop. Shared. Boom. Can you guys see it? I haven't played it yet.
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we can.
Cool. See in a second. It'll start in 2 seconds. All right.
My name is Swaggy C. 5 years ago, I was super broke in college and came across day trading. I stopped playing college basketball, dropped out of school my senior year, and spent the next few years learning Forex, stock indices, and cryptocurrencies. I became a babysitter in Greenwich, Connecticut to pay my bills while trying to become a consistent trader. In 2018, I got on a CBS show called Big Brother and met my wife, Bailey. After returning to her hometown in Missouri, we rented a Penske truck and drove 33 hours and moved to Los Angeles. While living in LA, I went on another TV show called MTV's The Challenge and lived in Prague, Czech Republic for a few months. While in Prague, I knew that I wanted to focus on building my business and becoming the greatest trader in the world upon returning back to the States. After coming home, I put my all into day trading and created 2 businesses. Now, after 5 years of studying the market, I'm set to hit $1.7 million this year, with none of that money relating to TV.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Up in my car and I get it up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the money. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Up in my car and I get it up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the money. I've been on the flex since flex zones. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. All
right, stop share.
There it is.
Stop share. So basically in that, it basically tells my story from being broke to TV, but there's a key part in that. I said, in Prague, I realized I wanted to be the greatest trader in the world. Nothing else was gonna stop me. So I came home and focused purely on day trading. Like that's when I got that lock where it's like nothing else matters, burn your bridges, focus on it. Whereas like the beginning of it, you saw, said, all right, I'm focusing on day trading, cool, got on some TV shows, nah. The minute I got it from Prague, nothing else matters, I'm focusing on this, and that's when it elevated my life. So like I said, you gotta have that showtime moment and shut everything off and focus on what makes you happy, because that's when the results come. You can't half step in, half step out, it won't work.
Give me the second one. Get us out of here.
Second one is invest in yourself. No matter if it's in your health, in your wealth, whatever it may be, learn the art of investing. Don't look at price tags too much with anything in life. Like if you are out of shape, but a trainer wants to charge you X amount of dollars, if it's out of your budget, cool. But like, don't be afraid to invest in a trainer and in an academy or a life coach. Anybody who you feel can better your life. It doesn't matter if it's just for a season, if it's for 5 months or a year. You'd be surprised what that person or those people would pour into your life. It'll be a blessing, and then the next year, boom, you're on, and that may just be the next step that you needed to catapult yourself to career. Last thing I'll say is I saw a video from you actually yesterday where you said God will pull you back and keep pulling you back. Do you realize when you pull something back, it has to be released at some point in time? The farther you get pulled back, the farther you're gonna go. And it doesn't matter just figure out what you want to invest in and don't be afraid to do it.
Swaggy, thank you so much, man. I knew nobody would be able to come on here, do it the way you do it. I knew nobody was your age that's doing it like you're doing it. The credibility. I am so grateful to God. However many years I have left on this earth, I am grateful that I will be able to be in cahoots with you. I'm super grateful that when I get out of here, I know that there's another human on the earth who loves the Lord like I love the Lord, but who also wants to hunt like I want to hunt. And when I leave, I know that that spirit will still be on the earth, and I know it'll be on the earth through you. Super excited that you're this young and love your wife like I love my wife after 30 years. The commitment that you make to Bailey, the fact that you talk about your wife, your God, and then you talk about everything else. The commitment that you made to this thing is unbelievable. I'm so grateful for Tiffany, that Tiffany is connected with God and connected with the earth. And she knew, she told me, you gotta meet Swaggy. If it wasn't for great people like that, I wouldn't even know people like you. So man, thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment to the world, to us. Appreciate, man, the nuggets you drop. May my people be better, the tribe be better because of it. And I look when this quarantine is over, man, to be on the West Coast with you, chopping it up.
100%, man.
Spend some time with you, man. So love you, man. Take care of yourself.
Love you too, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, keep securing the bag, my friend.
Let's talk about it. Appreciate it, OG.
All right, Charles, it's yours, baby.
We'll tell you, crazy. Hey, that was fire.
Appreciate you, man.
Let's get it. All right,
Tough,
so
man.
I had to change home because
yo, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I just came in there and did my thing. That was my first time talking, you know, obviously I couldn't really hear the audience, but I feel like it was my first time talking in front of an actual live crowd. And I feel like I just did my thing, man. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I came in, did my part, and left, and I feel like I left an impact on people, and that's the biggest thing that I possibly can do, is leave an impact. And I feel like people just felt my word just now, man. That just speaks a lot. I'm not speechless, but appreciate you, Austin, for capturing that. Yeah, I'm speechless, bro.